Hello and welcome back to the Irresistible Lister and part 2 of Fast Track to Favouritism. So once you've chosen the types of property you want to see and be known for in your neighbourhood, the next step is to become the area expert. Everywhere has a history, every street, every building and every town, and it inspires huge confidence in homeowners when you display a deep knowledge of the place where they live. It seems there are no negatives to estate agents knowing what they're talking about. Who'd have thought? So, when I first went to the South Bank to sell lofts, I had zero knowledge of the buildings in the area, and it was my job to set up a cold start office. So I had a huge desire to see industrial spaces and to sell them. I was really curious about London Bridge and the development of the area, and possibly more than that, I had a huge fear of looking like an idiot and knowing nothing on valuations, having come from an area where I'd worked for 10 years and knew almost all there was to know, I suppose. So I read a ton of old sales brochures about the developments in the area, and I found out about the types of apartment that were in the buildings, the prices they'd originally sold for, who the developer was, what architect they'd worked with, the history of the building, the original use of the site, anything that I could use as an opportunity to name and knowledge drop on valuations. And I have no reason to think that any of the other agents in the area knew any less than we did. Certainly they'd all been around much longer than us, but I'm pretty sure that they weren't displaying that knowledge to homeowners on valuations. And of course that is the thing that will make a difference if you want that instruction. But as well as sweeping homeowners off their feet, this knowledge had effects in other areas as well. It turned our sales details into really great, punchy, insight-packed pieces of information, and it made the sales team look really incredible to viewers because they knew so much about every property they took them to. And this meant that buyers would often come back to us as sellers because they'd been so impressed by the sales team's knowledge. So you can do this in any neighbourhood. Everywhere has a story. It doesn't matter whether you're in an old or a new town, whether you're selling houses or flats, it really doesn't matter. But by having this knowledge and showing that you care, it shows that you are invested in your neighbourhood, which instantly makes you much more interesting as an estate agent. This means that more people will want to come and work with you, and it means you'll win the instructions you want, which means your day is more fun and easier, because everything is easier when you're the favourite.